Hey friends, this is Karen from Blue Rooster Farm, and today we are in my sewing room. I am just getting ready to open up my sew sampler box from Fat Quarter Shop, and this is the February 2025 box, so I'm going to be showing you the reveal. Also, I'm going to be doing a little quilty chat after we open the box, and at the very end, if you have shared one of your finished quilts or table toppers with me, you might be seeing a picture of it on the end of this video. So stick around. Thanks for sticking around. Well, like I said, we're getting ready to open the Sew Sampler box. This is February 2025, and I'm opening it up just a little bit late because I'm getting it a little later than a lot of people. Also, I've had it for 2 days and I've just been so busy, I haven't had a chance to do the video. So you're going to be opening it up with me. I do remember seeing something of a hint that I think we're really going to like. So we'll see if that hint is accurate with what I think is in here. So let's open it up. Now, these subscription boxes are from Fat Quarter Shop. They are upper 20s, I believe, and then with shipping and tax, they're in the 30s. I find that it's probably the best bang for your buck in these subscription boxes, and it's especially great for new quilters because it has lots of different tools and new fabric and just little projects that you can do, and I just really enjoy it. So the box says cut to the good stuff, and that word cut tells me that I think I'm right on the hint. And they've always got these packaged up really nicely. So let's see what we have. We have a coupon in here for 15% off Bee Plaids by Lori Holt for Riley Blake Designs. We also have the fabric shown in a free tutorial quilt. So if you don't want to do the fabric that they've included in this box with the pattern that they've included in this box, you may want to use the pattern that's free already on their website, and they've got a mock-up drawing of it. And I'm looking at the fabric, trying to think of what that fabric is. It must be Lori Holt. So that is a quilt they already have free. It's called Layer Cake Lattice Shortcut Quilt. And if you just go to Fat Quarter Shop and click and type in Layer Cake Lattice Shortcut Quilt, you will get a free instructions on how to make that. So let me see. Oh, okay. Let's just get to the good stuff. This box won't have much in it today because of what we have in this box. We have an Olfa 45 millimeter. This is ergonomic, and it's supposed to be a really nice cutter. It's a rotary cutter, and it's a really pretty peachy pink, or I guess a salmon color. It looks like on the screen it's coming up red. It's not red. It is a dark salmon color. Let me open it up. Maybe it'll come out better without the glare. Now this does have an endurance blade already in it. I think it comes out just a little bit better, but it's showing a kind of a neon pink there. But let's see, I think you push the safety button and you just squeeze it and the blade releases, and so it's supposed to be a little easier to hold and more comfortable, which at my age I'm beginning to get arthritis, and after working in the sewing room all day, sometimes my hands start freezing up on me. So this might be a good idea. I like that. You can never have too many rotary cutters, because I have rotary cutter at my sewing machine here, a rotary cutter at my cutting area, and just have one handy at both places, because I'm always losing them. I don't well, just losing them for a moment, trying to figure out where they're at. So you can get also different blades that will fit this, um, a lifetime warranty. Let me look at the card and see what it says, and we'll look at the value of it too. Okay. Olfa Coral. It's coral. 45 millimeter ergonomic rotary cutter. The value of this is $32.98. So this already is more than what we paid for the box. Let's see. We're thrilled to introduce the first ever Fat Quarter Shop exclusive Olfa 45 millimeter ergonomic rotary cutter. Our favorite rotary cutter now comes in a happy coral hue, blending Olfa's top-notch quality with a splash of sweetness, featuring an ergonomic design and a safety lock. This cutter is a dream for both righties and lefties, so if you're left-handed, you can use it too. It is compatible with all the Olfa 45 millimeter blades and has a cushioned grip. This is the best rotary cutter out there, and we can't wait for you to cut to the good stuff. So that is very nice. And it's an exclusive for Fat Quarter Shop, so it must just be this color is only sold at the Fat Quarter Shop. And I think Kimberly Jolly, the owner of Fat Quarter Shop, I think she only uses this cutter. So that's really nice, very nice. And that's what I was thinking was going to be in this box. The second wonderful thing in here, we do have a junior jelly roll, and that would be 10-inch squares, and they're either 20 or 22 10-inch squares in here, and it looks like Lori Holt. Let me read. It is a junior Peace and Plenty 10-inch stacker, and that is by Lori Holt for Riley Blake Designs. It has a value of $22.48. If you haven't noticed, the price of layer cakes is up in the $50 now, and this is half of a layer cake. Oh, it's 24 pieces. Okay, more than half. There's so much to piece together with this vibrant collection. This lively 24-piece 10-inch stacker of Peace and Plenty by Lori Holt for Riley Blake Designs adds a burst of beauty to your February, with vintage-inspired prints bursting with florals, flour sacks, and sampler designs. These fabrics are anything but old-fashioned. Dive into this colorful array and watch your next project bloom with creativity and charm. And instead of going through all of these fabrics with you, I'm going to put a chart right here that shows all the fabrics in this bundle. And there are some really pretty ones. There's pinks and yellows, purples, blues, very springy colors. Oh, that's going to be a nice one. Let's see what kind of pattern they have included. And this is called Cheerful. Oh, that's pretty. And I can get a glare off of there. There we go. And this is what it looks like. Here you can see the layout on the back. Very nice. It is, you'll need this 24-piece stacker, and then you'll also need 2 1/8 yard of background and inner border, 1 1/8 yards of cornerstones and outer border, and 5/8 yard of binding. So they have this green and these little cornerstones here. That is 1 1/8 yard. And then the binding is like a sampler, a cross stitch sampler. It's a cream with light blue, it looks like, or maybe a light mint color. And this makes a 47 by 59 inch quilt. Great throw size. And it doesn't look too hard to assemble. Pretty basic. You are going to be sewing triangles together, but it shouldn't be hard at all. They also have some stitch and flip. That's really pretty. And here's another really pretty picture of it. You can see the stars. That's really pretty. That one I will probably be making, and if not, I will at least be making that block. I really like that block. And each block measures 10, nope. Let's see, block size. They usually are good at saying the block size. 11 by 11. The block sizes are 11 by 11. So if you just wanted to make one block, you could put a 1-inch border around it, and then you would have a finished 12. I guess you'd put a 1.5-inch border around it, and you'd have a finished 12-inch block if you are wanting to make something that's just 12 inches. That would be really pretty. That would be a cute little mat to put stuff on, taking it out of the oven like a big pot holder. I might be making that. Okay, and then the last, oops, well, we got another thing in here. And this is what I always use. This is a friction pin. And if you've watched my videos on sewing, I'm always telling you this is an erases by heat. So you just iron over it and erase it. I love these. You can get them at quilt stores. You can get them at Walmart actually too. They are erasable, but I do warn people that I know that they can come back in cold, because I had a paper pattern and I was using this to write, because you can write with this on regular paper. I was writing down cuts because sometimes I like to erase it, and it was on my ironing board, and I was ironing something, and that paper was right next to it, and so I erased part of my pattern. So I was like, oh no. I stuck the piece of paper in the freezer for a few minutes, and I was able to see what I wrote. So it does come back with the cold. And so if you use it, I suggest just using it on seam lines and in the seam allowance, not right on top. I would suggest using water soluble, or some that are air dry or air disappear with the air, or chalk, because you don't want this to come back on your beautiful quilt years down the road, because I don't think these have been around that long, and so I'm not sure as far as the chemical if it will start coming back with time. Who knows? It might not, but I wouldn't risk my quilt with it. But that is a wonderful thing. You will love that if you got that. And it says it is a value of $2.98. The friction pin by Pilot is a must-have in every sewing room. Its magical thermosensitive ink vanishes with a swipe of the eraser or a touch of heat. To erase, simply use the built-in eraser on paper or the heat from your iron on fabrics. Idea for marking sewing lines, applique outlines, or tracing patterns on various fabrics. So that's very nice. Oh, and the pattern for Cheerful quilt pattern was $9.98. This has a value of $2.98. So this box has a good value. And the last thing is our Peaceful Baskets block. And it is Birds in the Air basket block. So let me cover up the cutting directions. That's a pretty one. And so that is block 11. So we are getting to the end. We have one more block until we have 12. they'll give us a layout, and then they'll be starting a new block of the month in our sampler boxes. But this is a really pretty one, and I'd like to make this one sometime. Just so busy. How about you guys? You guys thinking of getting out in your garden here soon and enjoying the weather? We've had just a tease of warm weather, and it's enough to make me want to get outside a little more, get some projects outside done. So, what did you think of this box? I'll put the value of this box right up here, but it does look like a nice value, and I'm really happy with everything that's in it. And then, of course, our patterns, and then our coupon. So, if you like seeing these unboxings, continue watching. I'll continue doing these, and I'm going to stick all of this aside, and we're going to do a little quilty chat. I'll be right back. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to share, I think, just one thing that I have bought recently since last time. I've bought some other things, but a lot of them I've used. So, and I I also got a lot of fabric, and they're older calicos and pinks and purples and teals, um, that I found at, it was an antique store, which they have like other things, used things too. But there was one section that was all fabric, and it was really cheap. Just, I think somebody had passed away, and they had all of their fabric kind of bundled up and was selling it. And so I got some really good deals with that. And I thought this would be perfect for spring, also perfect for something coming up soon. And I will be talking a little bit about that in a second. Then I've got an order at Missouri Star, and it was shipped. Oh, let me think here. It was shipped early, maybe Saturday, or I think it was Saturday or Friday or Saturday it was shipped. And so I've been watching it track. Now I'm in Northeast Missouri, and Missouri Star Quilt Company is, I don't know if it's 100 miles from here, because they're in central, also northwest Missouri, kind of up there. And so it's just an hour and a half or 2 hours to get there from my place. Well, the package started off in Hamilton, Missouri. Then it went the opposite direction to Olathe, Kansas. Then it flew all the way to Ohio, London, Ohio, 2 or 3 states away. And now it's in Indianapolis, Indiana. And yesterday, when it was in London, Ohio, it was saying it's on its way. It'll be here today. It'll be here Friday. And it's not going to be here today. Now they're claiming it's going to be here Monday, which probably it will. I know usually it goes to Olathe, Kansas. Then I think it goes to Indianapolis, Indiana, and then it comes this way. But it's just so crazy. My fabric and things that I ordered are getting to travel more than I get to travel. So that's pretty funny. But I was hoping I'd have that to share, because I've got some fun things in that. But I did get something else, and I meant to hit bundle when I purchased this, but I think I was just so excited I didn't bundle it. And I got this about a week and a half ago, and probably 2 weeks ago, um, Missouri Star had their deal of the day for Sunday brunch, which is Tilda Fabrics. And if you know Tilda Fabrics, they're from Australia, and they cost quite a bit more for their charm packs, their yardage, just because it's farther away to ship, and it's really popular. But they had it, and these are fat eights for, let me see if I've got it here. It was regularly $48.50 for this, but it was on sale for $28. So I grabbed it. And this was like at midnight because I just happened to be up and I was looking at my computer and just checking out their daily deal. But by the morning when I woke up, they were sold out. So I knew it wasn't going to last. And so I'm really excited because this has just some beautiful florals. It just reminds me of Victorian, but some whimsy to it. And the colors are kind of muted. And I think it'll look really good in our home. Um, but I've got some spring ideas that I think I'll use this for. Since it's fat eighths and it is, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 20 fat eighths in it. So since there is a lot of small yardage, I was thinking of something, maybe some bunnies with uh what kind of a linen fabric that's kind of muted would look really cute because it's springy yet it's muted, and I think that would be cute. And so a hint on bunnies. We may be doing something with a project. I've come up with a pattern, a pieced bunny that I think is really cute. And so coming up soon, you might be seeing something with a pieced bunny in it. Just a hint. So that's my purchase that I'm really proud of and I'm really happy to have. Now let's get to the things that we have talked about in the past. So if you had watched the video on making tea towels, here's my March one. And then I also showed you my February one. And if you are interested in making these, if this is your first time here, just go back on my channel and I've got a video tutorial and I've got the free downloads for the cutout pieces of these and just shows you how we make this. And I've had a lot of people asking, well, how do they wash up? This one has been washed. This is the one we're using now. I haven't used this one yet because tomorrow's March, so we'll start using that tomorrow. But this one's been washed. I just threw it in with all of my other towels and washcloths and everything. It washed. It went through the dryer. No, I did not do anything to it. And then I just pressed it because, of course, this is all 100% cotton. And this is the cheapy dish towel from Walmart. And, of course, that wrinkles. But you can see that it washes up very nicely. Everything is really soft and nice. Now, this one I had used, what is it? Wonder Under, and it was the lightweight Wonder Under, and it's just really soft. The other one I used Heat and Bond lightweight, and I think it's going to be soft as well. We'll see. I haven't washed it yet, but I do plan on getting it washed before I make my next one. You guys did like the idea of doing tea towels of the month, so I will be adding that to our schedule. And so I'm coming up with one for April right now, and I've got some ideas going. Nothing set yet, but we'll see which one I prefer. Like I said, I think both of them work great. Now, I did read where they do have a Heat and Bond featherweight. So this was lightweight, and I thought it was as low as they went, but they have a featherweight also. So that might be an option as well. But they are doing perfect. So I'm happy with those. Then earlier, since our last sew sampler, we made this table topper, the heart of the home. And I've had that out throughout Valentine's Day, and I quilted it with little hearts and swirls. And I had lots of people share theirs, and their colors and they are all so cute, really, really cute. Um, you could use this any time of year. You could change the colors up. I have a red and white, kind of a Victorian floral and pinstripe bedroom, and this would look perfect in it year round. So these are really fun, very simple. Some of you put your blocks where the houses are all going in the same direction, and some of you did it like this where you twirled it a little bit. So I was really pleased with all of those that were shared. They looked so cute. I love to see what you guys come up with. So please continue sharing. Then we also did the dish mat of the month, and we will be continuing doing the dish mat of the month. And this one has the shamrocks on it. So this was a lot of fun. So we've got the February one with the hearts, and we also showed just a basic stripe one. If you're interested, you can go back to that video too. And then this one has the shamrocks, and I'm still thinking of April's, trying to come up with something that would be fun but not difficult. So we're coming up with that. And then finally, the last sewing project we've done since our last sew sampler was Oh Shamrock, which is this table topper here. And you can see I use different fabrics for each of the shamrocks. And in the download that I gave you, I did show a couple of different layouts you could do. And so that might be helpful if you want to try something different. I used a scrappy binding, and then my pantograph was just some cute, let me see if I can get that in there. Some shamrocks, some little shamrocks, and some squiggle lines. So that's fun. I also remembered to put the label in before I added the binding. And so that's what it looks like. And I have people asking me to do a video on that, and that is something I've got written down to do. So if you want to know how to make your own labels, I will be sharing that with you soon. So there were the projects that we had completed since the last month of Sew Sampler. I hope you've enjoyed doing those. Now, I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of some other things that I've been working on. I don't know if I'm going to be doing tutorials on specifically these projects, but I'm going to be doing a tutorial using some of this silicone, the silicone matting. So I've bought some silicone matting, and here I just made a little mug rug for next to my sewing machine. And I noticed that sometimes when I have a glass that has cold liquid, if it's not an insulated cup, it will soak into my mug rug and sometimes soak all the way through to the table. And so having the silicone mat on it makes it so it won't do that. It will also be good for heat. If I had a hot cup and I have a nice table that I'm sitting on, it'll keep it from getting too hot. And then I was also kind of playing with that silicone and making just a basic pot holder with it, so that has good grip and also heat resistance. And I think I used Insel Bright in that one, so it's really good at having heat resistance. So those are things that I've just been playing with, and I think I'm going to be doing a tutorial on using this silicone mat and showing you how I sew with that. Last thing I'm going to do a sneak peek. Hey, you know what that is? That's Minky on that little round circle. Minky. All right, that's something I'm working on that I think you're going to see real soon. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm glad to answer them. Also, coming up, I'm going to be flashing all the pictures of the beautiful quilts that my viewers are sharing on my Facebook page. If you finish one of these projects and you want to share it, just go to my Facebook page on Blue Rooster Farm and find the picture of the announcement for that video. And in the comments, just comment and include a picture. And I'd love to see it. And I think everybody else would too. So please continue to share. I enjoy all of your kind comments. And I hope you guys continue to come back and watch my videos. Thanks for watching.